At my age, I still have a great passion for the game, and I really have been exposed to almost everything in the game, and almost have run every department you can in an organization. So I think I needed to be in a place that I could give back, be a mentor, contribute at any level at any time, and be an on-call doctor. And this was a better opportunity, and it fit my family better, to be honest with you. But I can say this, after 30 years of a very eventful stay in San Francisco, I don't know how much more I could have given or contributed. So this is very exciting, to the point of me being nervous as well as invigorated. I'm just so thankful that I'm relevant enough to get this opportunity. At my age, it's all about being wanted and needed, and I feel that here with the Yankees.
Oh man, the Yankees have finally got someone new in the organization. Is it Brian Reynolds? Is it Mike Trout? Is it someone else? Well, unfortunately, it's not a player. The news has been very dry lately, obviously, as most teams are probably starting to get back into negotiation mode. But this is still good news. The Yankees have a new hire in the front office, which is something, if you've watched my previous videos, I've talked about the fact that the Houston Astros have new hires all the time, and that the Yankees' last new hire was back in 2007. How the Yankees need to bring in some fresh blood in there to keep some of these guys in check, especially Brian Cashman. And I think this was a move done by Hal, and really to just keep Cashman in check. And what am I talking about? Well, Brian Saban, if you don't know that name, he was essential in the scouting department for the New York Yankees to build the dynasty that we all remember back in the late 90s. Now, what role will the 66-year-old play in the Yankees organization? Well, he's going to join the trusted network of voices for Brian Cashman, meaning that Saban will advise Cashman on certain moves and basically help him out if Cashman has some doubt or in general. And this is the type of move that I've wanted for the Yankee organization. You saw what the Mets did. You see what other teams are doing. They're bringing old, great baseball minds back into the game. Whether you look at the Mets with Buck Showalter, whether you look at the Toronto Blue Jays and you bring in a Don Mattingly, you look at the Texas Rangers and they got Bruce Bochy. So all of these guys bring a certain element back to the game. And so what ended up happening with Saban, because obviously he was essential in the 90s for the Yankees, until he departed around 1993, and then that's when the Yankees basically had all this success later on in the late 90s. Well, Saban ended up working for the San Francisco Giants for about 30 years or so and helped them win a bunch. Literally, San Francisco earned 8 postseason berths, claiming 5 division titles, 4 National League pennants, and 3 World Series championships. For the last 4 seasons, he was the vice president for the Giants organization. From 1986 to 1990, Saban was the director of scouting. Then he got promoted to the vice president of player development and scouting from 1990 to 1992. Literally, Saban was one of those guys that went to Kalamazoo and scouted Derek Jeter, even to the point that Saban saw Derek Jeter's potential and recommended that the Yankees draft him. He oversaw the farm system with the names of Jeter, Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte, Mariano Rivera, and Bernie Williams. He basically helped build a huge dynasty. With so much experience, I am very excited for this new hire, because this was something that the Yankees really needed to face, was that they needed new voices in that clubhouse, new voices in that organization to basically say, hey, we're not the dynasty that we once were. We have to wake up and get new people here. And maybe bringing in some of the guys that contributed to that dynasty is pretty smart. Especially, we need someone besides Cashman there that can actually be like, hey, no, like signing a Josh Donaldson.
That is what we call a slap. A slap for a.
No, dude, don't do it. Trading away a Volpe? No, dude, don't do it. Like, those type of voices is what the Yankees need. And especially in the fact of, hey, yeah, definitely trade that prospect. Like, definitely let's get rid of him. You know, it's just making those sort of moves that I believe Saban, with his 30 plus years of experience, can bring to this Yankee organization. And I'm also excited about what he had to say. He said this: "It's humbling. At my age, I really appreciate being wanted and needed. As I talked to Cash, I think it became organic as to how I can help the organization. I'm all in. I'll do anything to help the Yankees win another World Series. Our family is thrilled and we're totally invested. That's awesome. Hearing someone finally say, oh, I can bring something to the table here. And he talked to Cash and said, hey, look, this is what I think we can do better. This is what I think should be done. And Cash was like, yeah, let's do this for sure. It just goes to show you that the Yankees are a little bit more open-minded to having different voices back into this organization. And he also said this, I still have a great passion for the game. I really have been exposed to almost everything in the game. I have run almost every department you can in an organization. After 30 years of a very eventful stay in San Francisco, I don't know how much more I could have given or contributed. This is very exciting, to the point of me being nervous as well as invigorating. This is just exciting stuff to hear someone from the front office actually have a heartbeat and ready to get back into this. I mean, a 66-year-old saying that he's nervous, after all of his experience is awesome, because it means that this is a new challenge for him and he wants to help us win a World Series. And it feels like his time in San Francisco, he just met a plateau. And he's ready for a new challenge, and that is the New York Yankees. Now, does this take us to the Astros level of player development? No, of course not. But this is one step closer to having that type of mentality that the Astros have in player development. Because it seems like the Yankees always fumble the bag when it comes to prospects and player development. Yes, of course, there's those very few players that have come through and have done awesome. With the other regular prospects, we haven't been able to turn them into something more. And I think with Saban's knowledge and him advising Cashman's moves won't be as slow. This will help Cashman basically go out there and make the right moves. I think Saban leaving the San Francisco Giants is a huge blow for the Giants, but a huge win for the Yankees. Now let's finally win a championship, and this is one step closer. Now let's hear also some new signings, because that's what we need to do. Possibly, at least this is what I think. With Saban now there, which the Yankees were trying to get done, now Saban can help the Yankees in these new signings, whether to go after a Brian Reynolds or to go after any other prospect that he sees of value. Keep in mind, when you got a guy that has overlooked the likes of the core four and has personally scouted Derek Jeter to say, hey, this guy's going to be something, this guy has an eye. So for him to go out there and work with Brian Cashman and say, hey, we should definitely look at this guy, we should go after this guy, I think that is something huge. And it will help determine what will happen in the next couple months in this free agency. But I am excited that whatever happens will be also reviewed by Saban. And hopefully it is something that they really respect his word, especially with his track record, and that the Yankees can move forward to actually winning. I'm just excited about this hire. I've been wanting the Yankees to get someone else in there. Of course, it's not a Don Mattingly, but of course, this is a huge signing, and I am excited for the Yankees going forward and how exactly they manage their players and in player development. But let me know what you guys think down below. How do you feel about Brian Saban coming back to the Yankees organization and how he basically has these emotions like a little kid, just excited again to get started? I think this is really awesome, and to see him start with the Yankees in 1985 and then, part ways in the early 90s to go on his own journey and spend 30 years with the Giants to come on back full circle with the Yankees, I think is a great story. And I'm excited for his experience, his knowledge, and hopefully that feeds on over to Brian Cashman so that we can actually have some really smart moves going forward and help the Yankees win a World Series. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to hit that like button if I earned it, and subscribe if I earned it. As always, make sure to check out my other videos. I come out with Yankees and baseball content, so make sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.